It's only, see the second level got 2 columns here. First column here, one wing, the other side another wing. 1889.
So this still building built in 18th century.
Now it's the oldest wing in the hotel.
Oh, okay.
They short of rooms, they put another wing there, second column, you can see. Second column, straight L shape, 1894.
1894.
Two different periods, two different architects. Okay. And then where the two benches there, the swimming pool was there before.
Okay.
The first restoration, we brought the swimming pool to the rooftop. You went to the swimming pool when you were here?
Yeah.
It was here before. And then we brought it up. So here used to be a restaurant for breakfast. It was not original, that's why we didn't continue. We have the bird cages, so we have breakfast with the singing birds, you know. It's not original, that's why we did away with it. Yeah?
Pinalitan na yung bulaklak.
It's an old gramophone, and stage actors without keep no covered. He came to the Raffles Hotel, and he sang the song "I'll See You Again." I play for you in the old gramophone. He was a famous stage actor. And this grandfather's clock is as old as the hotel. And down here, behind the grill there, the Raffles Bar. Open in the afternoon. We call the Raffles Bar because of the many famous writers that have come here. Somerset, Mono, Power.
Oh, okay. So I get it to you guys once okay.
Every number and expanded until the year 1915. All the buildings were in the building. It's called the benchmark year. After 1915, a lot of changes happened. Here, the driveway, they put a structure and that became known as the ballroom of Raffles Hotel. The entrance is changed to the side there. And then the brick building there, the sea was there. That's why the road's called Beach Road there.
You see? So which one?
So no laging beach.
This is the Bar and Billard Room. The first Bar and Billard Room, half the size only. Elevated building, under the building was meant for storage. But in 1902, a tiger came to this building, went under the, you heard about it? It was shot by the principal of the school next door, Raffles Institution. In 1907, they demolished it, now it stands on ground level. Okay? And today it's an Italian restaurant. Did you go there?
No. So the tiger was shot over here?
Under the first building, the elevated building.
Elevated building.
The accountant from Scotland also McFarlane company. This is the other wing. Remember I told you bungalow in the center? And then one wing there, 4 rooms. This is the other wing. These 2 wings are the oldest, 1889. Okay? Then you don't see the bungalow because they demolished the bungalow and put up this building. Okay? Opened 18 November 1899. Okay? And behind this wing, last time which room is stayed? Which room is stayed last time?
261.
264.
264.
Oh, down there. You know down there, before that building came up, there was horse stables there.
Horse stable.
Horse.
The owner moved to Orchard Road, started to put that one up. I've been here for the last 50 years. And during the first restoration, I found used horseshoes. And down there, I saw the skeleton of the full-grown horse. Okay? Now I'll give you the short history of the pictures.
Okay, thank you.
Who is the general manager here?
German, Mr. Christian Westbell.
Respect.
Today off, not working.
No, we're tourists.
Huh?
Tourists.
Just tourists.
Oh,
No, I mean of the manager.
Which country you from?
Philippines.
Huh?
Philippines.
Oh, you're from Philippines?
Yes.
And you also?
Chinese Philippine.
Oh, you also from Philippines?
Yes.
What?
We didn't.
And
Oh no, it didn't scan. Immediate. Ah, there. Ayaw.
Ayaw umakyat.
What?
Avail.
okay, I think they're the key. What is it called? What? How long you are staying here in Singapore?
10 nights.
Now staying where?
Marinas.
Marina Bay.
The Marina Bay Sands.
We jump from hotel to
I
hotel.
thought you're local Singaporean. You know the general manager?
No,
Oh.
I'm just asking.
Oh.
We watched the documentary on YouTube.
Oh.
The
Which part,
renovation.
The renovation.
which part of Philippines?
Sa Manila.
Manila. Oh. Then when you going back?
July 2nd.
July for a long time. Your holiday?
Yeah.
These stairs are original.
No, so the first one they demolished. First restoration we put back. Okay, I told you the 10-room bungalow around here. The Raffles Hotel started in the 10-room bungalow. Okay, and then during the period of the golden age of travel, a lot of British were coming to the east because of the opening of the Suez Canal and the advent of steamship faster than sail ship, you know. So 4 brothers, Armenian brothers, Sakis brothers, they came here to start hotels, but they did not come to Singapore. They went to Penang first. Heard of Penang? They started 2 hotels there in Penang, Eastern and Oriental, 1884, 1885, and then the owners raised the rent, so they sailed all the way down to Singapore to find another hotel. And when they came here in 1887, they saw this 10-room bungalow. So what they did, they leased this 10-room bungalow from the Arab trader, converted into hotel, you know. I see. And when the hotel was opened, 10-room, the sea was there.
Just in
So
front.
see,
Yes.
okay. And then the Sakis brothers were very smart. They did not name it after their own name, the Sakis Hotel. They named it after the founder of Singapore, Sir Stamford Raffles. He founded Singapore 6 February 1819. Okay, then they name it after. So this was a British colony, British governors, British companies all down here. So a lot of British coming here. So what the Sakis noticed, 10 room not enough. So they put one wing. Now we saw the fountain, and then another wing, the first column. Remember,
Yes.
1889, oldest buildings in Raffles Hotel today. Okay, now short of rooms, they put up another wing. See the second column, remember? We saw first column, L shape. But where these two meet, 1889, 1894. So how to tell the difference? Stand under these 2 column here. Then you look up, you see 2 different types of ceilings. This one is cove, 1889. This one is slanting, 1894. 2 different architects also. Harry Richards, Stuart McLaren. And then those days no swimming pool, so I told you the first bar and billiard room, elevated 1896. Use the steps to go up. Underneath manpower, your empty bottles and your boxes. And 1902, there was circus going on there. Tiger escaped. They went under the building to rest. Then across the road at that time there was a school called Raffles Institution. The manager said go and get the principal because the principal was a sharpshooter. He came and shot the tiger in 1902. And this was reported in the press. See? 13 August 1902, tiger in town shot under the bar and billiard room. It's true story, you know. Okay, now we saw the hotel started in that 10-room bungalow, remember? Here. So the Saki said too small. Demolish this one and put up this building now. See? This building. When it opened 18 November 1899, the first building in Singapore to have electric and fence. Okay? And then they put up the cast iron veranda. Original one, 1913. And then those days you come to the hotel by carriages driven by horses. That's why the horse table is there. Okay, so you come into the lobby. So what the Sakis did, the lobby, they converted into a dining area. So the British will have dinner, after that dancing in the lobby, you know. They had fancy dress dinner. And then because of the marble flooring there, they had roller skating here on the marble flooring.
Roller skating.
Yeah. See, skating. After dinner, they moved the tables away, then they had dancing there. Okay, now another wing come where you stay last time. This one, I told you, the horse tables there. The owner moved, then the Sakis put up this building in where you stayed 1904. Okay, and then by 1915, all the extensions up already. After 1915, a lot of changes take place. They introduced air conditioning in Singapore 1932, window units. Down here, 18 feet high. So when they fix this, not powerful enough, they brought the ceilings down. See? So, and then the rooms, other rooms you see also, they brought the ceilings down. But you see the furniture in those days. Okay, now we saw the driveway. So I came in. Saki said, so big, why waste that space? Demolished the original cast iron veranda in 1919. Then they put a structure on the driveway. This one. This one I told you, the ballroom. And then the entrance they changed to this wing here on the ground floor. Then when the Singapore Sling was created, they came up with the long bar counter. See? People came here to drink the Singapore Sling. Okay? And that's me there.
That's you.
Yeah. I told you I've been here 50 years.
Are you the historian who signed the book?
You had the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your
Yes.
signature.
The green book, lah?
Yes.
Yeah, my signature. Oh, you all had the package, yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
So we have 2 books.
Two books.
Oh, 2 rooms.
Two rooms.
You're what?
Auntie and then
Api what?
Auntie.
Auntie?
and then my brothers.
Your brothers and...
Sisters. Siblings.
Oh, brothers and sisters. Oh, nice, huh? Auntie take you all out. Okay, so they changed the entrance to the side, see? The side here. On the left side. So you came in, and then you go into the lobby. See how the lobby looks like. This is before the first restoration. And then, after that, you go and check in the counter. And that's me there also. Okay, now the first bar and billiard room is so small. They demolished it and put on ground level. Exactly the same as now we saw. 1907 they put this one up. And I tell you, after 1915, a lot of changes took place. Here, 1970, partition became guest rooms there. And I used to work there also in the guest room. Then this is a school where the principal came and shot a tiger. And this is sea, so it's called Beach Road. Now the Sakis also are smart. They started their own motor garage behind the hotel, you know. Cars for hire, cars for repair, you know, cars for painting and everything. And then they form a limo system, they call it Raffles Motor Garage, to fetch the guests from the seaport, no airport those days. Okay, why we see stamps here? Because no post office around those days. So, the Sakis started their own post office in the hotel, 1910 to 1930s, their own post office. Then Laram the Pig, you know Laram the Pig, the restaurant there? Before that, there was another restaurant, English Grill. In 1953 was the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. So what the management did, they established English Grill, wooden panels on the walls, coat of arms of noble English families. And to make it really English, they had a mock fireplace. And they named the hotel because of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth in 1953. They named the hotel the restaurant Elizabethan Grill. It was remained there until we closed for the first restoration. Okay, outside I told you the breakfast with the singing birds, see? Then the chef, bird lover, he brought all his bird cages down. You know, and during the breakfast he will go with his chef uniform to bring the cage in, put water and food. One morning I was there, the lady called me and said, see the chef taking the bird cage down. I said, yes, tell him don't cook the birds. Okay, 1915, a very famous event happened here, making of the Singapore Sling. You heard of the Singapore Sling?
Yes,
You
yes,
tried?
yes.
Okay. He came to work for Raffles Hotel and he noticed, according to the British custom, the British ladies were not supposed to be seen drinking alcohol in public. So he did some experiments. So finally he used gin, Benedict Dom, cherry liqueur, dry curacao, pineapple juice, lime juice, camouflage with a pink grenadine syrup. Created in 1915, created in Singapore, he called it the Singapore Sling. So after that, a lot of guests from other hotels came. Cruise ship also brought the passengers here, you know. Therefore, the first and second restoration, the Long Bar is in the shopping arcade there. Did you go to the Long Bar?
No, we passed by.
The shopping arcade. And after the first and second restoration, we could sell about more than 1,000 glasses a day. Then came the COVID. Okay, famous people have come here. Rudyard Kipling, who wrote the Jungle Book, he came here, he was converted from the bungalow, and he had a meal here. He was so happy with the meal. He wrote in his book, From Sea to Sea, let the traveller take note, feed at Raffles where the food is excellent. Joseph Conrad also came to Raffles Hotel. It was still a bungalow. They had no workout, it's not I told you. He came to stay here. John Wayne, the cowboy, he came here before the first restoration. I met John Wayne. I met James Michener also. Pablo Neruda, the Chilean poet, also came here. The most famous one was Somerset Maugham. He came to stay in Raffles Hotel 3 times, 1921, 1926 and 1959. He spent all his time in the garden writing. And before he left, on the last visit, he said Raffles stands for all the fables of the exotic East. The manager wrote to him and asked him permission to use this, and he wrote back to the manager to give permission. And what did he say to the manager? Dear sir, thank you for a letter of January 25th. It just reached me here in Egypt. Of course, you have my permission to use a few lines you wish to. Yours sincerely, William Somerset Maugham. So today we use it, you know. And those days, if you stay in his room, plastic key tag with his name. So very, very popular, you know. Okay, the Sakis were running the hotel, but they did not have experience in hotel management. No hotel schools in those days. 1931, they wanted to renovate 2 hotels in Penang. They borrowed money from the bank. Then they ordered a lot of merchandise from the departmental store. They owed the store $36,096. 4 brothers, one passed away. The widow demanded 40% of the share. Liabilities went up to 3.5 million. Unfortunately, the Great Depression in America affected their business and Sakis went bankrupt. The biggest bankruptcy in the British Empire. See? A new company was formed, 28 February 1933, with a capital of 2 million, and the new company decided they must have professional managers, no more family business. So first professional manager, Teddy Troller, 1933 to 40, 40 to 52, Italian Cebinini, 52 to 59, the one who wrote the Somerset Maugham, and until today, the present one, 12 general managers when the Sakis went bankrupt. And I had the privilege of working under 8 of them. Okay, when all the general managers came back, what happened? The British folk came here, have sling, enjoying merrymaking, dancing, but war was booming in Europe. Hitler wanted to conquer Europe. So the Japanese took advantage. They said they concentrate on the east, because everybody busy there. So they attacked China, they attacked South Korea, attacked Philippines, then they attacked Burma, then they wanted to attack Singapore. And the British Army said no problem. In Sentosa, they put the guns facing. Have you been to Sentosa?
Yes.
Port Soloso, the guns facing the sea. They thought the Japanese would come by sea, but the Japanese general came from the back. See, he signed a treaty with Thailand, treaty of friendship. I won't touch you. Let me pass through. The British forces were here defending, but they said, how can the Japanese come? All jungle here. They came in bicycles, and they brought light tanks. You know? Then they had crossed, they attacked Penang, 18 December 1941. The British retreated. They took the whole of the Malay Peninsula by January 1941. Then what happened? They were facing Singapore, separated by water, straits, 1 mile. Japanese fired the guns 8 February on the west coast, 9 they crossed in small boats, and then the British retreated. Another fierce fighting in Bukit Timah, 11 February. Then by 15 February they took the whole of Singapore. Then they called the Japanese general for surrender talks. And the surrender talks took place in the Ford Motor Car Factory. Today, if you go there, it's a surrender museum. You can see. They tell you the whole story how the Japanese surrendered. Ford Motor Car Factory, surrender museum. And there the Japanese general Tomoyomi Yamashita told the British general to surrender. He was put in a difficult position because he surrendered the whole of Singapore fort to the Japanese. So he said, can I do it tomorrow? And the Japanese general said, Ima, now! Can I consult my superiors? Ima, now! So finally, 15 February 1942, 6:10 p.m., first day of Chinese New Year of the Horse, the British surrendered to the Japanese. They took the whole island of Singapore, changed the name Sunanto, Light of the South. Then all the Japanese officers came to stay here. Changed the name of Raffles Hotel, Sionan Ryokan, Light of the South Hotel. They were in Singapore for 44 months, refused to surrender until the Americans dropped the atomic bomb. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 6 and 9 of August respectively. Name of the bombs, the little boy and the fat man. Then only the Japanese surrendered. Then Lord Louis Mountbatten came from England to accept the surrender at the City Hall steps there from the Japanese General Itakaki, 12 September 1945 at 10 a.m. During the Japanese occupation, all of us had to learn their language, use their money, learn their culture and everything, you know. So after the Japanese surrendered, British all came back to Singapore. And then here, all the British came here, merrymaking, drinking, dancing. But after all those years, no maintenance, see a lot of defects. Cracks here everywhere. So everybody was quite concerned, you know. And especially at that time, new hotels were coming up in Orchard Road, Shangri-La, Hyatt, Hilton, everything. So nobody will come and stay here and wait for the pillow to drop. So Americans were also wanted to buy over Raffles and pull down, you know. And then everybody pleaded and requested to the government not to pull down Raffles Hotel. So finally, 16 June 1980, there was a press report, Raffles Hotel future assured. And then in the 4th of March 1987, we were declared a national monument. So we closed for the first restoration, 15 March 1989, and the whole idea is to bring the hotel back to the year 1915. Remember, after 1915, the ceilings were brought down, bar and billard room became guest room, and see all the defects in the building, see? Bar and billard room became guest rooms. See the cracks and everything. And then here, the lobby, roller skating, we changed the marble flooring. When they moved the marble flooring, I was the only one employed during the first restoration. And when they moved I saw the flooring of the bungalow. And here, sea sand, because the sea was there. So I collected the sea sand, see? And see the restoration work going on. See, they brought the ceilings up again. In front the ballroom demolished, not original. See, all the works. And then all the rooftop have to be changed because of the rain, it leaks, you know. At the back, you know, when you were here, the shopping arcade at the back, long time ago, there were old shop houses there. And this land was put up for sale. 3 companies bid for it. Raffles bid, but Raffles said same architectural design. But the other 2 companies wanted skyrise. The government said no, spoil the whole thing, so gave to us. And that's why in the shopping arcade we have a basement for the car park and the HR office and other offices now. And then you can see the technology. Before the first I was here. See the switchboard. See the lift. And that's me during the first restoration. Okay, I told you I found the horseshoe there. And also I found the broken chinaware, but it has the name there, SB, Sakis Brothers. So finally, 16 September 1991 at 10 a.m. we reopened for the first restoration. A lot of famous people have come here. The Queen of England, I met the Queen of England. I met the Queen of Belgium. Prince Albert from Morocco. The Hungarian Prime Minister. The Argentinian Prime Minister. And then the Prime Minister of Holland. Senator McCain. Jacques Chirac, the President of France. John Cleese, the comedian. Prince Hussein of Jordan, Prince Awali of Saudi Arabia, even the Cardinal also came here. Jose Carreras, a singer, Olympic runner, stayed here and he gave me his poster, Leslie, follow your dreams. And even the astronaut also autograph for me. David Beckham. Paul Anka, the singer, Isabella Rossellini, the actress, Kenny G, Jackie Chan,
Yes.
and then Michael Jackson. The Bond girls also came here. Teletubby. The Grand Prix driver, Alonso. King of Cambodia. Then the writer Sidney Sheridan also came here. He wrote Rich of the Angels. Okay, Mrs. Lee Kuan Yew, and the Prime Minister now. 2005, I won the Lifelong Learner Award President Nathan presented to me. Then Singapore celebrated 50 years of independence. They decided to publish a book called Living the Singapore Story, and they chose 50 Singaporeans, not the top people, ministers, and they asked us to contribute article. So I was chosen, and the President Tony Tan presented the book to me. Sorry. Living the Singapore Story, this is my article. Then before the first restoration, Charlie Chaplin, Ever Gardner also came here, Cliff Richard, Bruce Boxleitner, Victoria Principal, Dionne Warwick, Ben Gazzara, the Italian actor, Bruce Boxleitner, Elizabeth Taylor came here twice, 57 and 93 with Michael Jackson. Donnie and Marie, the Osmonds, the minister from Bavaria. In 1987, the Miss Universe contest was held here in Singapore. So the contestants all went around Singapore and they came to Raffles Hotel, and then they asked me to pose with them. Okay, George Hamilton, the actor, and behind him is the Traveller's Pump. It's called the Traveller's Pump because when it rains, water is collected here. The thirsty traveller pull the last branch down, rainwater comes out. That's why it's called Traveller's Pump. Okay?
So that became the logo of Raffles
Correct,
Hotel.
the logo. Because in the Middle East, that's my problem here. In the Middle East, it seems that this Traveller's Pump point the direction east-west, natural compass. So what we did, we adopted this as a compass to show the guests to Raffles Hotel. Okay, after some time, we decided to go for second restoration, not because of the defects, but to stay relevant to guest needs. So 2017 February we closed for a second restoration. The whole idea is to stay relevant, to upgrade, and that's why when you stay here in your room, you have the iPad that controls the TV and everything, and then new furniture here, new chandelier here, food and beverage concept new. We have the French restaurant, afternoon tea 12 to 6 p.m. before 3:30 to 5. So we close and we reopen on the 1st of August 2019. Okay, and then we have the grand suites. You see the grand suites here behind me. That one is the first bedroom, and then after that is the sitting area and dining area for 12. Then the second bedroom. Then they have their own balcony. See, and this year, 16 September 2022, we're going to be 135 years old. So we started from 1887 until almost 35 years old. You got any questions to ask me?
Did Hemingway stay here?
No, he didn't stay. A lot of guests ask questions.
Yeah, because he writes. He writes books.
Your special holiday or what?
Just holiday.
So when you're going back?
July 2nd.
Oh, coming next week lah.
This week.
This week.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
So what do you do back home?
Their
Business.
Oh, business. All business.
Yes.
You also together.
Together.
All three of you running the business. Oh.
Except me.
That's why now they should treat you, huh? Oh. You've been to Singapore before, lah?
Yes. Many times.
We have a lot of Filipino staff working here. When you stay here, you notice, right?
No, you didn't see them.
A lot of them in the tiffin room, even in the butler also. Yes.
One time they're doing the restoration, I noticed downstairs they have the tiles, the very colorful tiles. They removed it already.
Oh, in the tiffin room, yes, remove.
Yeah.
Colorful. You
Those are
notice?
very beautiful tiles.
Yeah. You can't find any replacement already. All cracks and everything. Wow. How you came here?
MRT.
By what?
MRT.
Oh, from Marina Bay.
Para Marina Bay
Oh.
Sands.
Yeah, easier. But it's best to travel by MRT. You get to know Singapore better.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for coming back for the
Thank you.
Very much.
Where you going now?
Maybe Chinatown.
Oh, shopping.
Maxwell Food Center.
Oh, they're all very famous.
Yeah.
The chicken rice are very famous. And they have a variety of local food, Indian food, Chinese food, and very, they're crowded also. But we know you go to a local food court or food hawker center, the key is find a table first.
Ah, yeah.
One sit down at the table, and the rest going by. Because after you come back, you cannot find table. Singaporeans, what they do, they put the tissue on the table to reserve.
Do you know how much this
Oh,
Where is she? Not staying.
you mean the German lady?
Yes.
Oh, she didn't come back. She coming back in July. She come and stay here 3 times a year before the COVID. And each time 1 month.
1 month. 3 months.
She'll come back in July.
Parang ganun. Yan.
To my grandson.
Yeah.
Two grandsons.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you're going to take the train to Chinatown? Yes.
Yes.
So this 1 week I stay here.
Yes, more than a week.
So
Nights.
you've been going around Singapore.
Yes.
You didn't tell me you're from Philippines. I thought really Singaporean. You also look Chinese. Oh, you're Chinese.
Half Chinese.
Huh?
Half Chinese.
Oh,
We are half. She's full.
Full Chinese.
so you speak the Tagalog.
Yes.
Oh, good. People will be surprised. You're not working.
Dito sa X.
Kabila.
Sa kabila? Dito tayo dadaan.
Retail. Oh, fashion. Singapore, you can see a lot of fashion shop. Pick up some ideas. Oh, Singapore. Yeah, you can stay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can go by this way to the city hall, you know? You know already. Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.